Welcome back. And as I earlier said in the intro, that massive event, a very impressive one at Al Manara Center earlier on Thursday, differently abled, was attended by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and where they hosted a huge number of our jewels from the citizens of people with determination, and each from different fields, different stories of successes. And there was directives that were given by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to all the ministries to be able to set plans to empower and enforce this sector in society, and also ratify laws by the parliament to be able to facilitate their lives. We're very delighted to be joined over by the phone by our political analyst, Mr. Amr Abdel Rahman. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing, sir? And Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you.
Well, Happy New Year to you and the whole nation.
All right, thank you so much. Talk to us about the impressive speech that was given by the head of state, His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, where he impressed everyone by his speech at the differently abled event that was held at Al Manara Center.
We all heard and felt how Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has expressed his own feeling as a human before he's a leader to this nation, and his warm feeling and overwhelming feelings towards a very important sector of our society. Too many citizens are living among us. People abroad used to call them disabled. Egypt in the era of Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is using a very civilized expression, which is people with talent, people with determination, people of determination, people who are able to be different, but even special in their using their special needs. We are dealing with this issue, which is a very important point in human rights, in a very civilized way. We are building a horizon, a special horizon, an Egyptian horizon with an Egyptian identity of how to deal with the nation, each and every member of this nation, especially with people who should be in the very intensive care of each and every leader. Only now, only in the presence of Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, we are taking care in the most good way of those sector of this society.
Right. One of the highlights of the speech of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is his deep concern and persistence in changing the culture of people everywhere in Egypt about how they deal with this sector in society, or how they regard them, especially that we have successful calibers in this sector in society. We have sports heroes, sports champions who have grabbed medals and bronze, and also we have entrepreneurs, and we have professors at universities, members of parliament, from people with determination. So he was very keen to change the culture and how the society look at them and how they deal with the sector in society.
Well, the title is the key to understand the meaning of how we deal with this sector of our society. We have changed the corner of lives of those people. We have changed too many aspects on how to look at them. Now we are looking at those members of our society with greater hope, and even more than this, we believe that they can really be a part of our efforts to build this new state, this new republic, on pillars of equality, and sharing the efforts and standing shoulder by shoulder, side by side, using each and every power that we have, each and every manpower that we possess. Without this look, a very strong sector of our society would have been neglected. But this is not happening. On the contrary, we are taking care of those people of determination as a part of the growth powers of building, of establishing the pillars of the new republic.
Right, and also his directives for the different ministries to be able to set new plans to empower them more in society and to give them more job opportunities, quotas in decision-making positions, and quotas in the parliament and in universities and everywhere. Talk to us about that.
I am sure that Mr. President has taken care of issuing the decisions and the laws that urge each and every ministry to take its best way of dealing with people of determination. We can start with the youth ministry, which is dealing with them in a very appropriate way. We can witness too many heroes that we have already, that they have achieved medals in sports. And of course, now we with this event in Manara, we have witnessed also decisions from the presidents to make them part of the whole sports sector in our nation. We have urged also that all the ministers, Ministry of Manpower, to make them to have them fulfilled with their needs for job opportunities. Afterwards, they are really trained, each and every person of them, as the best that we can give them, so they can really have their share in prosperity we are achieving and reaching out for.
How was that particular event and the stories of success and the President Kineson attending and participating with those kids and those youth and giving them opportunities and empowering them and giving them this positive vibes through his speech and negotiation during the event? How is it, what is the impact of all that over parents of people with determination? Encourage their parents and give them a strong push towards their mission while trying to support their kids.
Born again. I'm sure that the families of those people, of those stars of this event, are really feeling that they having their children and youth born again before their eyes. I believe that the whole world is admiring, looking with admiration to such events, such civilized way we are dealing with people who are abroad in the West. They should call them disabled. They call them people in the dark or in the shadow of the society, not in the sun, not under sun, and not in the light of people who are taking the whole chances of work and way of life and good way of life. I believe when here we are in Egypt, setting the example for the whole world of how a civilization was built 40,000 years ago, and we are rebuilding it again. Such hints, such significant points represents the true identity of this nation, the Egyptian nation. I believe that the families are proud again, are truly proud. I believe that their families never looked at their children that the way that the president established this way of thinking and dealing and looking at those members of our society. I believe they are surprised, and I believe that on the contrary of too many people may think, those people have feelings. They don't recognize things maybe the same way we do, but they have feelings. They have their way, their own special way of recognizing, of looking at things. That's how we are dealing with this matter, which is a very, very delightful, very cheerful, very optimistic, that if the president is dealing with those sectors, with this sector of the society, that civilized way, so how he is dealing with the whole nation. What about his efforts towards this country, this greater country that deserves to be in the leadership of the Arab world and as a leadership in the whole world?
Right. How do you think, what are the mechanisms that could be implemented by private institutions, by private companies, of course together with the government, to be able to support the cause of people with determination? What exactly is supposed to be happening, and how would they upgrade their services and their support to the sector in society?
The start on this primer time, we are talking about fund trusts like Canal Suez, so like Suez Canal, like the armed forces, like too many funds are helping those people of determination with such a greater amount of money. This is very important as a push, as a starting push. Going side by side with the directions of Mr. President Abdel Fattah for the parliament to issue a new law, to organize the whole matter, not just to be decisions, but to be a law obeyed by the whole nation, and for all the associations in the society to go through this law, using the powers and the talents of those people. Afterwards, of course, they are well trained with other directions to Ministry of Manpower. Each and every person in each and every category of them on special and different matters of working. This can shape them up, make them ready to live up to the coming stage, which is working already in associations, in companies. I believe that we are going step by step to make it just a very critical and important, in a very critical time that the nation is going through. We are sitting and giving hope for the whole people, for the whole nation.
Right. To what extent can modern technology be used to empower the sector in society and integrate them in that society?
Well, the modern technology is a very important thing. It narrows the gap between them and the ability to achieve. We believe that using this high tech can help them more, even faster, to learn, to deal with the new techniques of working, of the new ways of working in the companies, in communication sectors. This is very important. I believe that they can achieve themselves. They can prove. They can feel. They don't need to prove, of course, but they can feel that they are living their own lives with a human way, with respect, of earning their money, from their own efforts. This is very important. We have witnessed how those people of determination loved the president, and they expressed the love for the president in a very, very easy way. It's coming from their own depth. This is very human. This is very optimistic for me to see people love the president. This is very, very impressive for the whole world. Such scenes we don't see around the world. In this matter, we are giving the world an example of how a leader should treat his nation, especially people of need or people of determination.
Right. Where can we see the role of the media when it comes to setting awareness concerning those children in schools, those employees in their jobs, or probably in colleges or under the dome of the parliament? I mean, each in his own community. How can the media set awareness for other citizens to deal on equal foot with this sector in society?
The media has a great role in this issue. Very important, which is the media. I'm just not calling about. I'm not just talking about the ordinary media, the press and the TV and the satellite channels. I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about films. I'm talking about series. All those elements should work together, changing the awareness, the conscience of our nation towards people of determination. It can never be happening through statements. It can never be happening through saying that the president said so. No, I believe that we have to deal with it, to produce works of art, works on the movies, works in the series on TV, with characters that show those people of determination as members of the truth, members of the society, with different roles and strong roles. Not to look at them with pity, but to look at them with proud, and even special feeling, not a very specified feeling, but to look at them in their own way of lives, whether good or bad. Each and every person can be good and bad. They are persons, and they have the right to live and to look at as persons. This is the way, of course. And of course, I believe that the media has a very important role in this matter. Media has a very strong impression on the awareness, not only in Egypt but the whole world.
Right. How can people with special needs benefit from technological availability initiative for government institutions' electronic portals?
This is very important because I believe that the high technology is a part of this present and the future. I believe also it make it easier for them to go through the lines of work. I believe that so many doors can be opened to them for work opportunities, for them to have it and to even make their lives better, their life meaningful, but not just sitting at homes without doing anything but receiving careness or neglectance. I believe they're building their own characters, and we have witnessed that they can build their own characters. We witnessed
Yes.
the play made by the actors of people of determination on the stage. It was wonderful, and they really meant each and every word they said.
Right. Finally, Mr. Amr, the President Sisi have announced the establishment of a technical center for services of people with determination as the first center of its kind in Africa, and also establishment of National Academy of Information Technology for people with determination. If you like to elaborate briefly.
Of course, this makes them a part of the future. Inshallah, Mr. President is putting their, making them hold their own responsibility of the for the future of this country, side by side with all sectors of the nation.
Right. Mr. Amr Abdel Rahman, our political analyst, would like to thank you so much, and you have a good day. We're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.